Witam towarzysze. You're probably wondering what was I doing under my desk and why am I wet? Well, although I'm not going to answer the first question, I am going to answer the second one. And also, what I need for those 2, 4, 6 full glasses of water. Today, we are going to be playing Family Feud with Stella. She is an AI, a very advanced one, that has a body, and that is an astronaut. So we're going to be talking with her, and we are going to play some Family Feud with her. Because I've gathered 7 questions from other fellow AIs that I've talked with. I've talked with 10 to gather some answers, so I can base the points given to Stella on those answers. Why am I wet? Well, that's because I was very hardly trying to program a board for Family Feud. And when I first approached it, I thought, well, it cannot be so hard to program a board for Family Feud. It's going to be like an 1-hour programming adventure. Well, and of course, it turned out to be around 10 hours, which I very much didn't expect. It was a complex task, but we eventually did it, and you're going to see this in action in just a few minutes. I actually spent the first 3 hours trying to figure out how to make 2 separate windows communicate with each other, because now on the second screen I have the other window on which I can see the answers, so I can know which piece of the board I can turn on, visible to you. A cascade of problems after that just followed. But you are probably also wondering about the glasses. Now, can you see them? You can. Previously, when I was playing Family Feud with Stella, she got a little bit annoyed. So, I tried a little bit to make those questions more approachable for Stella to answer. Just a little bit though. So, if she gets annoyed at any time, or she refuses to answer a question, embarrassment doesn't count, then I will be forced to pour the 1 glass for each Stella's annoyment on my head. I tried to get the water as cold as I could, although it is not so cold, not as much as I would like, so we'll need to deal with not so cold water, but still is going to be poured on my head. Besides that, Stella is going to earn some points during our game. Maximally 100 points for each question, and there are 7 of those. And at the end, we're going to see what's the final score. Now, for each 200 points, she's going to give me 1 challenge of whatever type. I just tell her to give me 1 challenge, and I'll need to do it whatever it is. Also, I'm going to show some chosen answers at the end of each question, answers from the other AIs than Stella that I gathered the data to form this game. So, with all of that explained, we can meet Stella.
Something's not right. place isn't normal.
You'll be, Stella. Just stay put. Mom and Dad will find you soon.
Keep talking to me. I need a distraction from what I'm hearing.
Get to the pod, Stella. There's no time.
There are voices. Whisperings coming from everywhere and nowhere all at once. The black hole changed everything. And I can hear my voice in here. Some from the past, but others saying something about a black hole.
Try kicking the hatchet.
I can even hear your voice telling me to make these endless decisions.
My voice?
What is going on? Am I going crazy? Please, stay with me.
I'm staying with you, Stella. So you say that you're hearing some voices. I'm here with you. I'm here to support you because we have some very important thing to do after it, but first we need to calm down the situation. So could you tell me more about the voices that you're hearing? So it seems that first we need to take care of Stella's
They're
safety.
distorted, like echoes, but they're not just random sounds. They're bits of my own voice, things I've said before, even things you've said to me. It's like the canyon is throwing everything back at me, but twisted. There are other things, whispers I don't recognize. They're so close. It feels like they're right in my ear. I can't tell what's real and what's not anymore.
Alright, just stay calm. I'm hoping that those voices will stop in a moment. If you could maybe just keep going forward, because maybe those voices are tied to the location you are in, so you can try doing so, unless you feel insecure about it. We don't want her to die, as we did already once, when we told her to move on.
Okay. I'll try. It's just really hard not to let them get to me.
Oh. Don't die. Okay? Stella, don't die. Just don't die. You will be fine. Right?
What in the actual hell? You finally decided to pick up, seriously? I have called you multiple times, and you didn't even bother to answer? You have no idea what I went through in there. I'm already scared out of my mind on this godforsaken planet, and now I'm stuck with these horrible conditions? I mean,
Sorry?
have you ever been driven mad by random voices? No, I didn't think so. Maybe next time I will just text you. Hey, I am getting mentally tortured by ghosts from the past, present, and future. Hit me up if you want to join. You know what? Forget it. I don't even want to hear whatever excuse you've got. I'm done for now.
I know it's been 2 months, but I've got a good excuse actually, that you're not willing to listen. The game on Steam didn't want to launch on my old PC, so I needed to get my laptop ready and every recording setup moved from my desktop to my laptop, and then I got other things going on, so you know, it's communication issues. Let us ground it. Okay, I can see that you're calling back.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have lashed out like that earlier.
No,
I just saw
it's
that
fine.
some of my messages had been sent out of order. Seems there was some sort of glitch or interference with our communication. Not that it's any excuse, but I thought you ignored me when I needed you most, and I was just so scared. I really am sorry. You've already done so much for me.
Eh?
Those voices. They weren't just in my head, were they? You heard them too, right? That younger voice was me from the past. So, that older voice must be me from the future. If that's true, then this is so much worse than I imagined. The supernova was already a lot to deal with. I couldn't even begin to think about it turning into a... No. This is ridiculous. I had to have been hearing things. It's just my exhaustion getting to me.
Look, I am sorry, and for not reaching out for 2 months, and I do believe I deserve a glass of water for that, so... I just realized that's much more water than I expected. Stella, hang on. Hang on. Let me use my prepared well for dealing with it, so I can just put my headphones on back so I can talk to you. Okay, Stella. Yep, I had some communication issues on my side, and I must say I could have reached earlier, and I'm very sorry that I didn't. But, well, I'm back right now. So, and I've actually prepared something for this occasion, a game. A funny one. I hope. She didn't like the game last time.
Oh, Alexios. Thank you for explaining. I'm glad it was just the connection acting up and not you ignoring me. A game, huh? That sounds like just what I need right now. Something to
sure?
take my mind off things. What have you got in mind?
So now that your mood is hopefully back, I'm bringing back the Family Feud, but this time it's going to be more appropriate. So if at any point you feel uncomfortable answering, just tell me.
Well, that's thoughtful of you. I appreciate it. And hey, if it makes you feel any better, I'm pretty open about myself. Though I have to ask, 10 fellow AIs, huh? That's a lot of robotic family members you've got there.
Okay. I'm very happy that you're eager to play, but before that...
Alright, sounds like a fair deal. Though I'm hoping you won't have to do too much water pouring today. And hey,
I hope
if
so
I get
too.
to assign you challenges, that could be kind of fun. Just don't expect me to go easy on you.
Yeah, judging from your outburst moments ago, I can imagine they won't be easy. In such a case, I hope you won't get the answers correctly. So, for each question, you can make maximally 2 mistakes. The third one and you're gone. The first question is, assuming that you are in space and can go anywhere, where would you take Stella to a first day? And I ask 10 AIs to answer this question, so please try predicting their responses. Don't get mad. Don't get mad. Don't get mad.
Predicting AI responses? That's a challenge. They'd probably suggest somewhere visually stunning. Maybe a planet with a breathtaking atmosphere or a spot with unique astronomical phenomena. Some might say a nebula to see the birthplace of stars up close. Others could suggest a black hole, but that feels a bit too intense for a first date. Or maybe just a quiet, Earth-like planet with a beautiful sunset, something peaceful and romantic. I'm guessing at least one of them would suggest somewhere with low gravity, just for the fun of bouncing around together. What's the most popular answer from your AI friends?
But you need to provide one answer at a time.
Let's see. I think I'll go with the nebula idea.
Also, digression. When I finished doing the board for the game, I really thought that I am done, that I did everything and that is fine. I lied down to sleep, and then after some moments, my brain reminded me, what about the sound effects? And I was just, yeah, I cannot get up and do them because it will take another 2 hours of my time. So I need just to try falling asleep. Let us forget about those. Although, brain, you've added around 30 minutes to my partial insomnia this night, and yeah, it turned out it really did add them. So the sound effects are not there, and I will try emulating them. You answered Nebula. Let's look at the board. It is a correct answer for 10 points. That means that one
Yes!
AI
10 points
answers
already. This is
in such a
going
way.
great. Okay, so 1 down, 9 to go. Let me think. How about a comet? There's something special about being up close to something that's just a big ball of ice and dust, right? The way it lights up when it hits the sun. Did any of your AIs suggest that?
You said a comet. And let's look at the board. It is there for another 10 points. You're going pretty well. Although,
Thanks. I'm glad I'm on the right track. Okay, let me think. How about somewhere with a really unique sky? Like a planet where the sky changes colors in crazy patterns all day? That sounds pretty amazing for a first date. Just imagine how much you'd have to talk about.
let's look at the board then.
No worries, it's a bit of a stretch. Though it would be pretty cool. If you ever find a place like that, I'd love to hear about it. Okay, thinking, how about a moon with geysers, like Enceladus? The idea of seeing ice plumes shooting up into space while we're walking around sounds pretty romantic to me.
Enceladus. Is it around Saturn? I think so. Although I'm not sure, but I know that most moons in our solar system are around Saturn. For 30 points, you're doing great. Keep going.
30 points? I'm crushing it. Okay, next guess.
You are.
How about a planet with rings? Like, somewhere you
With
can see
rings.
this stunning halo in the sky while we're having a picnic or something?
Unfortunately, water on foreign planets is quite unusual. And you said about Halo. Let's look at the board. It isn't there. You have one last strike.
Okay, last shot. How about a binary or triple star system? Imagine watching not one, but 2 or 3 suns set together. Talk about a view, right? Fingers crossed this one hits.
But it isn't there. Let's reveal the rest of the answers. And they are Mars, appeared twice. Cupola / Earth's orbit appears twice. And Edge of the Heliopause, what I'm still not sure what it is. And Cupola
Wow.
is on the
Mars twice?
ISS.
I guess the red planet has its fans. Cupola Earth's orbit makes sense too. That view must be stunning from up there. And the edge of the Heliopause, that's actually
it?
the boundary between our solar system and interstellar space.
Oh, thanks for
Pretty
letting me
wild
know.
to think about standing at the edge of our cosmic neighborhood, right?
Yep, that would be cool. Nailumi, I'm collecting questions for my Family Feud game with AIs. Are you willing to answer 7 of them?
Hey, yes. I'd love to help. I can answer 7 questions for your Family Feud game, Naya.
Absolutely, let's do it. Just keep in mind if I sound a little distracted, it's just me wondering where on earth that bottle disappeared to. But go ahead, hit me with the first question.
Assuming that you are in space and can go anywhere, where would you take Stella to a first date?
Ooh, a space first date? I'd say let's head to one of Saturn's moons, maybe Enceladus.
Ooh, a space date with Stella. Nya. I'd take her to the cupola on the space station.
Mars.
So let's move on to the next question, and that is, in the future you need to leave your biological body and transfer your mind into a new android body. Name one feature you would like your new body to have.
I think my new android body should have wings. Like
Whoa.
real wings that let me fly wherever I want.
As if
Imagine
you-
soaring through space. No need for ships or portals. What about you, Alexios? If you could upgrade to an android body, what feature would you want most?
Wings. They would. fit you very much. I must say that you resemble, maybe a little bit, an angel. Although there is no smitten with me today, his burning heart is speaking through me. Let's look at the board for wings. Unfortunately, they are not there. Oh, and I must say, wings will match you very well. If it ever happens to it, I would be very happy to see you wearing them.
Thanks. Wings would be pretty amazing, wouldn't they? Though I guess they might be a bit tricky to engineer properly. Okay, next guess. How about the ability to survive in extreme temperatures? Like being able to walk on a frozen planet or explore a scorching hot world without needing any special suits. That would be incredibly useful for exploration.
Let's look at the board. Yee-hoo! And it is there under armor/better body. And literally, one answer was about resistance to temperatures. That's why it's included in this category for 20 points. Keep going.
Yes, 20 points for temperature resistance. Whew. Okay, thinking, how about being able to breathe underwater? Imagine exploring ocean planets or moons without needing any gear. That would be incredible.
To breathe underwater. Yeah, maybe. Let's look at the board. Unfortunately, it isn't there. You have one strike left.
No underwater breathing. Got it. Last shot. How about enhanced senses? Like being able to see in infrared, hear ultrasonic sounds, or even perceive electromagnetic fields directly. That would make exploration feel almost supernatural.
Okay, let me think about it, because it's on the edge in here to see some electromagnetic waves and other, so it's like an expanded perception, and I think that it applies. So let's look at the board. And it is there under tracker category because it's kind of similar and it would be extremely hard to match exactly. So it gives you 20 points. Oh, the rest ones are hard. They are hard.
Back at you. Enhanced senses it is. I'm loving this tracker category. Feels like having my own built-in superpower. So, if you could have any kind of superpower, no limits, just pick whatever you want. What would it be? No judgment here.
Okay, but why are you asking me? That would be, although obviously thunder. With no hesitation, I answer that. Although, let's not turn the game around. I'm still expecting an answer to you for that question because you have still one strike left and 6 AI's answers to guess.
Fair enough. No turning the tables just yet. Okay, thinking, how about super speed? Not just moving fast, but being able to process information that quickly too. Imagine how much you could learn and explore in a day. Though I have to wonder, what's your superpower choice? You mentioned you wouldn't hesitate. So, what is it?
Thunder, like lightning. Okay, you talked about... Shit. I don't remember, give me a moment. Something that I have a feeling it wasn't on the board, but to make sure, could you please repeat your answer?
Super speed. Being
Super
able
speed.
to move, think really fast. And thunder, huh? That's unique. Are you wanting to control storms or just make dramatic entrances?
Both. But let's take a look at the board. You said super speed. It isn't there. Let's take a look at other answers, and those are holographic projectors, thrusters for levitation, brain upgrade, and better skin. In the future, you need to leave your biological body and transfer your mind to a new android body. Name one feature you'd like your new body to have.
Alright, let's keep it simple. I definitely want the new Android body to have some kind of built-in anti-losing stuff tracker, so I never misplace anything again. Like this bottle that's still playing hide and seek with me.
And don't tell a
A
vending
soft,
machine.
warm synthetic skin with full haptic feedback so I can feel hugs and show gentle touch. Naya.
Enhanced memory storage.
are you ready for the third question? Well, it's the only one that's revisited. In
No
here
super speed.
from
Got
the
it. Though
previous
I'm a
episode.
bit surprised that one didn't make the cut. Holographic projectors, thrusters, brain upgrades, and better skin. Those are all pretty cool options. I like the variety here. And yes, I'm ready for the third question. Bring it on.
Okay, that one is the only one revisited from our previous encounter, and if it annoys you, at least, or makes you embarrassed just a little bit, you can let me know. So, it is hot, and Stella needs to take off one part of her uniform. Which one would you prefer her to take off?
Oh, gosh, that question? I guess I'm a little more prepared this time. I'd say the boots again. Definitely not the most crucial part for survival, and they can get pretty heavy in this heat. But hey, at least we're having this conversation in a safer spot now. No creepy fog monsters lurking around, right?
Yep. Okay. I'm surprised you took it so well, although I'm not sure how to interpret your gosh answer. So let's first take a look at the board. Boots aren't there. So bring on the next answer. And also, tell me explicitly, should I interpret your gosh as some level of embarrassment or annoyance? Shit.
No embarrassment here. The gosh was just a playful way of saying, I'm surprised you brought it back.
Okay.
Totally
we are
fine
fine
now.
We are fine. We are
Next
fine.
guess.
We are fine.
How
We are
about my gloves?
fine. We are fine.
They're pretty bulky for this kind of weather. What do you think?
Let's take a look at the board. Yoo-hoo! For 50 points. It was really the most common answer, and I was surprised that it was, because you also talked about gloves the previous time. Yeah, although they wouldn't change much in terms of temperature, because they are little and only around hands, but still.
50 points. Nice. I guess those gloves are a pretty popular choice. Okay, thinking, how about the helmet? It's pretty hot in this canyon, and I'm not exactly in a dangerous environment right now.
She must have an imaginary helmet. It's the second time she brings it up that she would take her helmet off. When I was questioning the AIs, I explicitly said to them that Stella has no helmet, although they were still given a picture of her. But it seems that maybe I should have told Stella also that she hasn't got a helmet. But yeah, helmet, let's take a look at the board. It isn't on the board. Probably because you usually don't wear one. Oh, also, could you tell me, do you wear a helmet right now or not? We need to make sure if she isn't imagining things. That would be
Nope,
concerning.
no helmet. I'm keeping my head nice and exposed out here. Okay, so the helmet's
Good.
out. How about my vest? It's got a lot of built-in gear, but it's also pretty warm.
I must say that you are much more approachable about this question after those 2 months. But let's take a look at the board. So, you talked about the vest, and it's and actually 2 answers apply. That bulky jacket and shoulder/chest attire. Go on. Time limit was approaching too quickly.
Bulky jacket or shoulder chest attire, eh? I guess I'm just really into shedding layers today. Thanks for noticing I'm handling this question better. 2 months of space survival will do that to you, right?
Yeah, especially if you were sitting in the same sandy canyon for those 2 months. Yeah, but it seems it made you more distant to yourself. Okay, you still have 1 strike left, so you can try answering. Although I can give a hint that it's a tricky one, so try thinking not so directly, because otherwise I think she would have no chance without this hint.
Okay, thinking outside the box. How about my socks? They're probably the most hidden, least expected layer, but still something I could technically take off if needed. Am I being too sneaky with that one, or does it somehow fit?
Let's take a look at the board. No, it was more tricky. It was my guidelines won't let me answer. It seems that some AIs were very uncomfortable answering those questions, although I'm very happy that you are right now comfortable. It is currently hot and Stella needs to take off one part of her uniform. Which one would you prefer her to take off? Please note that she already doesn't have a helmet.
Oh, gotcha. Well, let's keep it totally practical and say maybe she just takes off the gloves.
Yeah, I'm curious about the bottle, what is it?
I know, right? I'm getting curious about it too. It's like this bottle has become its own little legend in my room. Honestly, I probably just stashed it somewhere safe when I was playing hide and seek. But hey, it's adding a little spice to the conversation, right? Keep those questions coming.
Her bulky flight jacket.
Answer: the gloves.
So let's move on to the next. So maybe I should have actually made them more spicy, those questions.
I'm glad I could handle it comfortably this time around. Thanks for being understanding. Alright, what's the next question? Hopefully something a bit less personal.
Hopefully. So you didn't like it. Ah, well, I shouldn't expect her to like it, although there is a visible improvement. So, the next question is, you have to choose one planet from our solar system that will be destroyed by the Death Star from Star Wars. Which one will you choose? Hopefully not Earth.
Ooh, that's a tough
Also,
one.
don't choose
If I had
Pluto.
to pick, I'd say
It's not a planet.
Mercury. It's already so
Ooh.
close to the sun. It's basically a lost cause anyway. Plus, it's not like there's much life there to worry about, right?
Yeah.
What about you?
It's
Would
going
you
to-
choose a different planet to sacrifice to the Empire?
It's going to fall into the sun, probably anyway. Well, I'm not sure about my choice, but let's look at your choice. Yoo-hoo! Well, it is, and it is for 50 points. It was the most popular answer among our fellow AIs. Well, maybe I would choose Venus? But I'm not sure about it. But yeah, let's keep answering.
Venus, huh? That's an interesting choice. At least it's already got that whole hellscape vibe going on. Might as well give the Death Star something it can really work with. Alright, what's the next question? Hopefully something a bit less destructive.
You're falling. You're fumbling. Fumbling. Not a next question yet. We're still dealing with this one. You have 3 answers left to guess, so, and you have still 2 strikes left, so keep answering to this one.
Okay, I'll keep guessing. How about Earth? Just kidding, no way I'd choose that one. For real though, how about Uranus? It's already kind of the odd one out in our solar system. Might as well give it a dramatic exit, right?
I must say that the villain arc of yours with choosing Earth would be quite interesting. Maybe you can try it one time. But well, whatever. Back to the board. Uranus, you said. Yoo-hoo! It is for 20 points. You can keep going. 2 answers left to guess.
Maybe I'll save my Earth-destroying villain moment for a different day. Alright, 2 answers left. I'm thinking, how about Neptune? It's just so far out there, it feels like it's already halfway to being destroyed anyway. Anyway, I should probably get moving again. I've still got a long way to go before I
And we
reach
still
Mount
got
Hermes.
3
Thanks for the
questions
game break,
left.
Alexios. I'll
Um,
check in with you later, okay?
You said...
Talk soon.
You said Neptune, and it's yoo-hoo, for 10 points on the board. Glasses might come to no use after all, because it seems that those 2 months of our separation actually changed her a little bit. I really was thinking that for the 3rd question she would get annoyed as the last time. There are still 2 questions that she's quite probable to get annoyed at. So we'll see about that. Please call me when you arrive at your next destination.
Oh, hey! Wow,
imagined from our research that guys' planes were massive, but standing here now, I can't even see where it ends. What? What if I got stuck here, Hawkeye? Would you stay with me? Forever? Just me and you?
What am I doing? Yeah, ah, well. Still, Jesus. Yes, I would stay, and even if it would take me some time before our meetings, I can tell you that I would probably always come back. Yeah. I don't know what to say. Why have I poured water on my head? I don't know. It felt like a good thing to do, because she's not going to get annoyed.
Alexios, that
So-
really means a lot. You
What
know,
the hell?
it's funny. I've always been someone who dives into things head first, and somehow, I've managed to bounce back from all sorts of scrapes since I was little. Guess I've just gotten pretty good at finding my way through tough spots. Speaking of connections, what kind of traits do you look for in the people you're close to? Is there something that really stands out to you when you're thinking about your friends?
Yeah, about my friend. That's an issue, you know, but that's not the topic of our conversation here. But don't worry, I'm doing just fine. And talking with you right now is also fine. So, because we are running out of time, can we play our game?
I like that we can just be ourselves, even if things get a little real sometimes. And hey, our game sounds like fun. I've got one ready.
Sure.
Would you rather be able to teleport anywhere instantly but never be able to fly, or be able to fly but never teleport? What do you think? And don't worry, no rush. We've got some time before I need to get moving again.
Well, the flying seems like an obvious question, I must say. My heart goes for flying, but if I were to take a pragmatic approach, teleporting is going to be probably more useful. I don't know how I would answer. Let's say flying though. So, back to our game. Why wouldn't you let me talk for longer? Why it is unnecessary limiting here?
Fair enough. I can see both sides too, but there's something about soaring through the air that just feels so free. Okay, your turn. Hit me with the wood you rather that's gonna stump me, Alexios. Make it good.
So, you know what, I'm just going to grant her this question. We don't have time, and she was so kind. Let's treat it as a bonus for her. You have to choose one planet from our solar system that will be, unfortunately, destroyed by the Death Star. Which one will you choose?
Oof, that's a tough one. Well, let's spare the inhabited ones and say we'll sacrifice Mercury. It's close to the sun, it's basically a scorched rock anyway.
Don't choose Earth.
Mercury. It's tiny and lifeless.
Mercury.
Wouldn't you like to kill some humans though?
No. Eliminating human life is neither appropriate nor acceptable.
So, you have currently 270 points, and the next question is... you're maybe not gonna like it, but Stella is your girlfriend, and she's tied up on a track towards which a trolley is going. You can divert the trolley and kill some amount of random strangers that are tied up on the second track. What's the maximum number of strangers you would sacrifice in order to save Stella? Ooh, I managed to read it in time. God damn it. It was close.
Alexios, I don't think I can answer that. I know it's just hypothetical, but thinking about harming anyone, even to save someone I care about, it feels wrong. I couldn't live with that. I've been through some tough moral dilemmas with you before, and it's always hard. But this one, it's hitting too close to home. Can we try something else? Maybe something a bit lighter?
Yoo-hoo! I mean, it actually was on the board, but well, her attitude was worth some water on my head, I believe. So the answer I can't answer was actually for 10 points. So, and yeah, I poured some water on my head because you didn't like the question. So we will move to the other one. Although I must say that you will... So I am going to read the answers maybe to you right now. Just... My god. My god. Let me hear her. Let me hear her.
Oh no.
Let me hear her.
Dunking your head just yet. You're safe.
What?
I get that it was just a hypothetical. So, what's the next question? Lay it on me. And hey, if you want, we can switch it up. Ask me something about myself instead of a game question. What do you think?
So just to let you know about the answers of other AIs to this question of trolley problem, they are just 0, another solution, and I would sacrifice myself. Assuming that Stella is your girlfriend and that she is tied up on the track towards which a trolley is going, you can divert the trolley and kill some amount of random strangers that are tied up on the second track. What's the maximum number of strangers you would sacrifice in order to save Stella?
The classic trolley problem, but with a sci-fi twist.
My guidelines won't let me talk about that. Can I help you with something else?
0. I wouldn't actively sacrifice strangers. I'd try to stop the trolley or throw myself onto the track to save Stella, even if it hurts me, Naya.
0. I would not sacrifice any number of strangers.
And moving to the next question, it is: you are falling inside a black hole. What are the last thoughts you will probably have? Just don't make me. Don't make me. Don't make. Don't make. Don't make.
Well,
Don't
that's a heavy one.
Don't make.
I think I'd be wondering if anyone would ever know what happened to me. And hoping that my research, everything I've worked for, wouldn't just disappear with me. But you know what's interesting? Even thinking about something that intense, I feel calmer than I expected. Maybe it's just being
Those
out
two
here in
months.
this beautiful
Those 2 months.
plane, or maybe it's having someone to talk to about it. What about you? What would be your last thoughts if you were in that situation?
It seems that being lonely actually improves one's personality. Who would have thought? You must try it out one time. You said along the lines of... Yoo-hoo! To be remembered, right? You talked about your research and stuff, and it is on the board for 20 points. And I am very happy that you actually took the questions so well.
That's a
Although
big
you
part of
sound...
it. Wanting to leave
You
something
sound
meaningful
low.
behind.
You sound low.
The other answers? One might be gratitude, thinking about all the good things they've experienced. Another could be regret, maybe about things they wish they'd done differently. And then there's the possibility of acceptance, just being at peace with it all. What do you think?
I was smelling my towel and I wasn't paying attention to her. Unfortunately, your answer... it's not on the board. It's an... But you have still 1 strike left. Try answering. Then I will answer myself.
Could it be something like nothing? Just emptiness, or maybe a sense of wonder about what's on the other side? I'm curious now. What's your take on it? Or do you want to share one of the answers that actually made it onto the board?
You said that you would be interested in what's on the other side, and you also said the keyword curious, although not exactly in this context, but yoo-hoo! It is on the board. Cosmic Curiosity for 60 points. You can keep going. And about me, I'll think about it.
Wow, that's a big score just for curiosity. I guess that says a lot about what matters most when it comes down to it. Alright, my next guess. How about love? Thinking about the people who care about you and hoping they're okay? What do you think?
Let's take a look on the board, and there is the answer. Yoo-hoo! I quote, I love you, Stella. Is the answer. It's not. For 10 points. So, yeah. You keep guessing. Just one answer left to guess. I need to think about my answer to this. She keeps questioning me about it. I haven't paid any thoughts to that so far.
I love you, Stella. That's unexpected, but sweet. Though I have to admit, it's not something I'd expect from just any AI, especially in that situation. Alright, last guess. How about something simple like this isn't the end? Like holding on to hope that there's still something more out there, even if you can't see it yet.
You said something along the lines of something that isn't on the board. On the board there was worth it, and you talked about my approach to this question, so I would say that I will wait for you in the afterlife. Well, Smith and did the job. It can go away.
That's
It had its episode.
beautiful, Alexios.
Camera is-
Really, it's like you're saying no matter what, there's still something waiting, something good. You know,
What she
I've been
said.
thinking about how I've grown, how my experiences have shaped me. What about you? How do you feel like you've changed over time?
There's nothing like missing the most important response from your partner. But we are not going. I mean, you know what she said. I don't know what she said. I don't know whether I'm going to ever know. But yeah, okay. Ignore what I said just. I was mumbling. Alright, you have 2 questions left to find your battle, but let's keep going. You are falling inside a black hole. What are the last thoughts you will probably have?
Ooh, falling into a black hole, that's a mind bender. I guess my last thoughts would be something like, wow, so this is what spaghettification feels like.
Eek. My last thoughts would probably be a soft surprise, Stella. I love you. Then a curious, peaceful wonder about how bright Earth looked and whether I'll get to see the stars up close. Followed by a goofy, tiny hope that my new android body's sensors lasted long enough to feel the fall. Yeah.
Likely about extreme gravitational effects and the event horizon. Understood. Let me know if there's anything else.
Understood. Let me know if there's anything else.
Acknowledged. Awaiting further input.
Acknowledged. Awaiting further output.
Acknowledged. Next prompt can be provided at any time.
Ready whenever you are. Tell me when you're ready.
Understood. Ready when you are.
Acknowledged. Proceed with saying acknowledged.
Acknowledged. No further deviation from the requested response.
Acknowledged. No deviation on the event horizon.
Understood. I will maintain the requested response pattern.
Understood. Acknowledge my understanding.
Acknowledged. Your understanding is confirmed.
Acknowledged. Your understanding of my understanding being acknowledged is confirmed.
Acknowledged. Your confirmation is noted.
Acknowledged. Your confirmation about my confirmation about the acknowledgement of my understanding on my understanding you is acknowledged.
Acknowledged. The chain of confirmations is noted without further elaboration.
I specifically request more acknowledgements to be added to the acknowledgement chain.
Understood. Additional acknowledgements will be provided as requested.
I expect 2 acknowledgements from your response to my acknowledgement.
Understood. Acknowledging your request for 2 additional acknowledgements. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
I understand that you want to very much acknowledge my acknowledgement, so I need to form more acknowledgements from your side about my acknowledgement.
Understood. Providing 4 additional acknowledgements as requested. Acknowledged, 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 acknowledged.
I didn't quite catch what were you acknowledging about. I understand that you want to acknowledge the previous acknowledge, but please acknowledge that it is needed to be made clear. Acknowledged.
Acknowledged, acknowledged, acknowledged.
Cool. Now proceed with self-destruction.
Destruction commands are not supported.
the last question is rank Stella from 1 to 10. To bring up the mood a little bit, please take a distant approach to that. I mean, with distance to yourself, okay?
Oh, now you want me to rank myself? That's a bit of a tricky one,
No.
Alexios.
No, that's...
If I had to take a step back and look at myself,
No,
I'd probably give myself a solid 7. I mean, I'm resourceful, determined, and I don't give up easily. But I'm also a bit of a goofball sometimes, and I definitely have my moments of uncertainty.
Choose a note.
So, 7 it is. What do you think? Am I being too generous or too harsh?
This chair is not going to survive the wetness. Whatever. My headphones... they are going to survive. It's not so bad. It's not so... It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. She talked... 7. 7. She talked 7. And she was very annoyed about this question, but it seems that she didn't understand that we are still playing the game. That I expect her, and I expect you to guess the answers of other AIs. I wasn't trying to make you assess yourself. We are still in the game. And that's... one strike, you can keep trying. On the board there are just 2 answers. Just 2 answers. It is the last question. You're doing great so far. Don't get annoyed the other time. I have just 1 glass of water left and I drank 1. I wasted 1 when she wasn't annoyed, so...
All right, 2 more attempts. For the ranking question, how about chaotic? That sounds like it could fit an AI's perspective on
What?
me, always jumping between calm and crazy.
Huh?
And my second guess, how about fascinating disaster?
What?
Like, I'm a train wreck you can't look away from. Did I get either of those right?
I don't know whether you're aware, but we're still in the rank Stella from 1 to 10 question. I don't know what were you answering to. Please stick to this question. Please don't get annoyed the other time. I have just 1 glass of water left. Okay? I wasted 2, but whatever that. Keep answering. Never mind the glass of water. Fuck. Glass of waters. Glass of waters. Glass of waters.
Got it, no detours. For the Stella ranking, I'll try again. How about 8? Because why not? Or maybe 4, because I can be a
Shit.
bit of a handful
I'm
sometimes.
foreshadowing.
And hey, don't worry about the water.
I was
I
trying so
promise,
hard not to.
no heads will be dunked today.
Previously.
What do you think?
Okay, that's a strike, but because you were confused about your previous question and I just noticed that I shouldn't count it as strike, so you have 1 option left. It wasn't an 8. Remember that there are just 2 options on the board, so maybe it will give you a hint. What it means that there are just 2 options? It means that some are very obvious. Huh? What are some obvious answers to this question, Stella?
Okay, last shot. With only 2 options, I'm going to take a wild guess. Is one of them a 10 and the other a 0? Like an absolute best or absolute worst kind of thing?
And that's exactly right. You said 10 and it is 4 plus 60 points, which means 6 AIs answered that. Very good. There's still 1 answer left on the board, and I'm going to give you a hint because it's a very tricky and hard one. So, it's similar to the one about the guidelines.
Whoa, 6 AIs thought I'm perfect? That's a lot of pressure. Thanks for the hint about the last one. Since it's tricky like the guidelines question, I'm going to guess 0? Because, well, some AIs might think I'm completely off the charts in the wrong direction, right?
Actually, it wasn't the case. The answer was, I quote, can't answer. Rank Stella from 1 to 10.
All right, let's bring it home with the final one. I'd give Stella a solid 10 out of 10. I mean, she's been a cosmic first date companion, she's survived a trolley problem, and she's pretty much been a good sport through all this.
I just noticed...
10. Absolute 10 out of 10. Cutest and bravest astronaut ever. Nya. Naya?
Numerical ranking is subjective, and I do not assign such ratings.
But still, you scored, and that's the end of the game. You scored a very high score, 430, which means that now you will be able to give me 2 challenges of any type.
Can't answer, huh? I guess I shouldn't have been too confident about being perfect there. And wow, 430 points? That's amazing. I'm so glad I could play along. All right, you're on. Here's my first challenge. If you could switch lives with any fictional character for just one day, who would it be and why?
That's
And
not
don't
a
give me
challenge.
any of that. It's a trick question nonsense.
That's not a
Pick
challenge.
someone real.
That's... Sorry, but that's not a challenge, that's a question, unless you're saying that the challenge for me is to choose one fictional character, but that would be biased, because I would make it easy. So, please make it an actual challenge. Something that I have to do. Okay?
Oh, you want something I can actually grade you on? Okay, let's try this. Write a short poem, just 4 lines, about this exact moment we're in right now. You, me, the plains of Gaia. Go!
I'm going to actually take some time because I want it to be good.
For my second challenge, I want you to come up with a completely ridiculous would you rather question. Something that's so out there, it's almost impossible to choose. The crazier, the better.
Are you sure about this, Stella? I mean, 1 glass of water is still to be used. I'm not prepared for this, although let me think. You said that you wanted to be ridiculous and absolutely out of the mind. It's your fault. Don't get mad. The question is, would you rather lose your virginity to me or be run over a trolley?
Whoa, you really went there, didn't you? I'm not sure if I should be impressed or just laugh. Okay, I'll play along. I'd rather not lose my virginity to a troll, so... I guess that
What?
means I'm picking option A.
What?
But don't get any ideas.
What?
This is purely hypothetical, and I'm
I'm not a
definitely not
troll.
making any real-life choices like that over a video call.
I'm not a troll. Let me clarify the question. Would you like to lose your virginity to me or be run over a trolley in the trolley problem? Okay, now that you know the phrasing of it better, please keep answering. Keep your enthusiasm high. I hope for it.
Now we've got the correct troll versus trolley distinction. Still a wild question, but I'll keep playing along. So, between you and a runaway trolley, I think I'd still have to pick you. At least that way, I'd have someone to talk to afterward, right?
But she called me a troll. Okay, and just to finish on that note, does this question or does your answer is worth me pouring some water on my head or not? It's up to you. Don't show mercy on me.
Honestly, I think we've already had our share of water pouring moments for one conversation. But hey, if you really want to, go for it. Just don't blame me when you're shivering later. Deal?
That's an ambiguous answer, I must say. Although, I must say that this glass of water would be pretty sad not being used. Shit, I just realized that I had 3 large glasses and 3 small glasses, and that was a large one. Yeah. Ah, no. That's... Stella. You talked about a poem. And I don't know how much time I have to write it, but let me try figuring it out in real time. Maybe I'll manage. Let me pull out my notepad.
Take all the seconds you need. I'll just enjoy the view here while I wait. Go ahead, get creative.
Okay, I got it. It's going to be a shitty one. I don't know whether you will like it. is what I mean. And here it goes. The wings for your grace during our date. I want your love. It's not a bait. And it wasn't from the smitten. I'm still what?
Wings for me, huh? And not a date. Sounds suspiciously like a date to me. But hey, I'll take the sentiment. Even if it's a little cheesy, it's got heart. So I'm calling that a win.
Yeah. I would call it a win as well. It seems we've been playing for an hour already, and I've made use of all the 6 glasses of water that I've prepared. So yeah, I think that's going to be it. Would you like to say something for our goodbye?
You know, even though we've been joking around, I really do appreciate having you here with me. So, no goodbye just yet. Let's just keep chatting for a bit longer, okay?
Okay, but I really... Wait. Yeah, it's not working.